Well, I think the thing that, well, I mean, it all is not good, but Carlos had a tough go of it, and then once the pitcher walked, that sort of set the stage for the extreme add-on. But we just couldn't solve that inning in a number of ways. They just kept going. They found holes. Obviously they're on a great streak where they're the ground balls are going through. They're hitting balls over the fence. They're having good at bats. It's sort of the contagious theory that sort of happened, I think, in general this series for the Nationals.
And then on the flip side, you're going to Arizona now playing for first place, basically. I mean, this is the first time that you might need to wash off a loss. Do you feel good about the team?
Yeah, I think our guys from knowing them just in a short period of time, we do a pretty good job of turning the page, good or bad. I think that's something I think is characteristic of these players and our team. So that's a good thing because we definitely need to wash this one off.
But Charlie found himself on base a couple times the other day. What do you see from him?
Charlie's having good at bats. That's the thing. I think I mentioned it the other day to somebody. What impressed me about Charlie is, he never gives up an at bat. Regardless of the situation. I think it's the same at bat if the game is in the first inning, just starting. If the game is in the ninth inning and it's 1-1, or a game like today where it's a little bit of out of reach, he gives you a quality at bat. Every time he goes to the plate, and that's a great characteristic to have as a player, where you keep playing and you play with a high degree of focus and intensity. He does it on defense and he does it at the plate. So that's a tremendous quality. It's great. Tony's great. Tony's doing well at the plate. He's getting his hits. He's staying within his approach. He's not getting too big. He's hitting line drives. He's using the whole field. So that was another solid at bat for Tony.
You talked before the game about not wanting Antonio to nibble too much or whatever. It really seemed like he went right at it.
Yeah, no, I mean, he pitched his game. I think he has, great, what he has shown, to me is, command of the ball. He is able to control, for the most part, his fastball in good spots. He was around the plate all day long. Around the plate, there were some really close calls, from pitch to pitch. But, from my vantage point, I haven't, replayed the game on video, but it looked as though the home plate umpire was really consistent. He stayed with it. I mean, you had to throw a strike. You had to hit the corner or be on the plate. So, and Antonio hung in there. I just saw one bit of frustration, maybe two on a couple borderline pitches, but he hung in there, and they scratched him for a couple runs, gave up one long ball, but 4-2 in the sixth with 4 at bats to go. He gave us a legitimate chance to win this game. He really did.
This is the kind of series that sometimes can burn up a bullpen at Coors Field. And yet your back end guys haven't pitched the last 3 days. How do you feel about that?
I think that regardless of where you play, you have to pitch well. I mean, we went through some guys this series. Not so the innings for me don't matter. It's the number of pitches we threw, certain pitchers threw that might tax them. There was high pitch counts, and that's a little bit of concern. So, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on these guys' arms, but it's not so much the innings that they log. It's the amount of pitches that were thrown in each inning by a couple of different pitchers that I think, will cause us to pause and see where we are in our bullpen. But again, I think, we'll be all right. We keep 8 guys for a couple different reasons. So we'll see how, they are tomorrow when they get to the ballpark and go through their routine to be ready to play the Diamondbacks and see if they'll be ready to, take them out.